Good day to you one and all. It is I, Justin Hawkins. Yeah! How comes he's wearing that seasonal hat? Well, I'll tell you, it's Christmas. Hence this. Justin Hawkins rides again. Difficult to do this at the moment because I broke a string a few episodes ago and I just didn't bother to change it because why? There's no reason, actually. I don't know why I haven't done that. Sorry. But still operational, just in a slightly more limited way. Christmas time, mistletoe and wine, children singing Christian rhyme. That's a Cliff Richard seasonal song for you. Gifts on the tree. Anyway, this Christmas I am going to meditate, I think, on the things that will happen next year. I've been really busy, so it's just nice to spend some time with my daughter, relax a little bit, do some snowboarding and gnarly winter sports, because that's what I do. But I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who's watched, supported, subscribed, taken the time to comment, whether that's to say kind and constructive things about the music or the episode, or even the less kind comments. All of that stuff I absolutely love because it gives me things to react to, and I think it's, as long as what I'm doing makes an impact, that makes me happy. So keep the comments coming. Let's have a little look at some of the most recent ones. Legally Bored 8876, not to be confused with the other 8,875 legally boards. Okay, I don't know how I got here, but this channel is amazing. Smiley face. Well, welcome, Legally Bored. I think that this is the place for you. Next year we're going to do loads and pon. You know when sometimes little bits of lexicon annoy me, like oftentimes, I don't understand that. Because it's just often. You don't need to put the times on after it. It still means the same thing. It's just an inefficient way of speaking. But I think I just said and-pon. And-pon. Did I say and-pon? We're going to do loads and pon. Loads and pon. Wilfred Wayne says, my teeth are pretty crooked. Don't have the money for braces. I brush, floss and mouthwash 3 times a day. People always assume it's my fault. That is such a great point, Wilfred. I sympathise with that. It's kind of like, why would you use somebody's, persistently migrating teeth positions against them? It's like one of those things that you just can't control. It's like having a go at somebody because they're too tall or something like that, or just too good looking. It happens to me all the time. I'm just joking. But thanks to everyone who's made recommendations about what it is that I should be reviewing and covering. And I've seen them. They're noted. I appreciate it. And I'll be covering a lot more of those in January. More on that in a minute. Obviously, it would be remiss of me not to mention your Christmas recommendations on today of all days, particularly the covers of the best Christmas song ever written. Including one by a musician that I've reviewed before, the very talented Sophie Lloyd. And to those of you who recommended the less well-known Urban Tandoor from Bristol.
Order a naan with some rice,
and in the heat and the spice with the cobra.
with you on the 25th play,
on the 12 course of Dal and Raita.
And probably one of my favourites, the Scottish singer, with a special shout out to his 5-year-old daughter for the props.
Been enjoying surprise, and the gifts we despise over my way with you.
And this one is by Imi, one of my patrons. See? Brilliant. It's been a really busy year. It started off with the Justin Hawkins Rides Again live shows. I want to say thanks to everybody who attended those. They were actually a lot of fun, but since then I've been mostly away from here working on the new The Darkness album. It's our 8th studio album. It's called Dreams on Toast. I'm actually really proud of it. I think we spent years writing these songs and plundered some of the kind of abandoned ideas from yestertime. But I think we were just so discerning in the writing process that we ended up with a body of work that we can all sort of stand up and say, "Yay, brilliant!" And I am I'm very harsh when it comes to critiquing my own stuff with The Darkness. There's with it being a sort of collaborative venture, there's always things that get over the line that I've perhaps didn't like that much, really. But on this occasion, I'm proud of every note and every word that I sang on it, so it's really awesome, and I can't wait for you guys to hear it. It comes out in March, and whilst you can download or stream it for virtually nothing on various platforms, if you want something to hold in your hand, which is tangible and that won't erase itself in the great solar flare digital apocalypse, which is scheduled for 2026, you could pre-order Dreams on Toast on CD or vinyl. The link is in the description, which is probably that way or that way. The reason for that is, and here's a fork direct from Tiny Tom at my record company. He's not actually tiny, but that's a seasonal reference. It's the physical sales that still make the difference to musicians in terms of earnings, chart positions, recognition, and festival bookings and all that kind of stuff. So in other words, it's the physical sales that challenge the dominance of the behemoth alien streaming platforms currently tearing the soul out of the creative arts. I'm only joking. There is no soul in the creative. And there is. I'm just joking. Sorry. Yeah, but I suppose what I'm saying is if you buy a copy of the album, then it's just a brilliant way to support us as artists. That's the end of my sales pitch. Failing that, I'll just be happy for you guys to stream it and listen to the stuff, because things like Longest Kiss and Hate Myself, I think that's the best stuff we've released for years and years. Anyway, I'm excited about it, and we're going to be touring in March. I'm excited about that as well. We did some preview shows recently at Rough Trade Records. We did those in London, Nottingham and Liverpool, 2 shows a day. Dan, Rufus, Frankie and I absolutely bloody loved it. I don't know, normally you sort of write an album and then you have to go on the road, and then you have like an existing fan base of a certain magnitude, and then you have to sort of stand there and play these songs to all of them for the first time, and that can be a little bit overwhelming for everybody in the room, but it was nice to sort of do these little in-store performances where we could road test the sort of key big rocking moments from the new batch of material, and it's not really about how it goes down with the audience, it's about how you feel when you play it. I often say that because I think that's the real test of quality, and I absolutely adored the experience of singing those new songs, and I can't wait for you guys to hear Dreams on Toast by The Darkness. Comes out in March. You can pre-order it via a link that's somewhere up here. The other thing that I'm really proud of is I Hate Myself, the single. It's great. The video for that's going to come out soon, so it's going to be I think it's going to be a favourite among Darkness enthusiasts. But let's not talk about Darkness anymore. I just want to say that I've loved doing the YouTube channel. I took a month off after the live thing because I was pretty burnt out. That was actually quite demanding for me. It was emotionally and physically exhausting. I made a few changes, and I think you'll notice that we're not doing this channel as a sort of soulless algorithm chasing endeavour. We're not using clickbait titles, although there was one title I did use that was kind of clickbaity, and that was when I was talking about an Extreme song, and I really had to convince my producer, who's much nicer than I am, to call that episode More Than Turds, because of Extreme. They had a song called More Than Words. Sorry, I don't need to man or individual explain that to you. But yeah, I think in general we're doing things differently, and I'm finding it much more rewarding now. And yet, despite not sort of approaching it in a cynical way, I can see the numbers rising, and I can see the engagement continuing, and the momentum is beginning to lift again after taking that time off. So I really appreciate all of you guys for paying attention to the stuff that I'm doing, and taking part in it with the comments. The number of episodes that I did this year is fewer than previous years, and it's just because I've been away so much and busy. I tried to do some remote ones, but I feel like it's much nicer to do them when I'm here. For a start, I have bought some equipment to try and elevate the quality of the stuff that I'm putting out while I'm away. So when I'm doing all the touring in 2025, I hope it won't create too much of a disconnect between the experience of watching the episodes that I do here and the ones that I do on the road. In January, we're going to be making a lot more. We're going to spend that month just blitzing it, really. And so if there's anything you want me to cover, don't hesitate to use the comment section to alert me to things that you'd like me to react to. We're also planning to do some long-form episodes and a few of those interviews that I used to do. Remember those? It's been a while since I've had time, but this Justin Hawkins Rides Again YouTube experience, it's a community. And I'm here for it. So thank you so much once again for all of your support. Have a lovely season, Christmas, whatever it is that you celebrate this December. Here's to prosperous and healthy 2025 for all of you guys. I mean all of you, even the ones that say shitty things on my comments. I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a happy old night. Justin Hawkins rides again. Oh, that's a weird chord. Like that. I'll try it again. Justin Hawkins rides again. Why do I do that sort of 20s sounding thing, like a 20s record? Again. Doesn't make any sound at all, does it? All right. So anyway, for the last time this side of Christmas, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, watch one of these two videos. Subscribe by... Subscribe, for heaven's sake, and join the community. We'll start doing newsletters next year as well at some point. There's all sorts of things happening, and I really can't wait to sate your appetite for English bloke waffling about music, because you know what? That's what I do. All right, I love you guys, and I'll see you real soon. On the ice! That's it. No, I'll see you on the ice. That's it. Cheers.
Again.